Oops. And there we go. So, if you watched last time, you'll know that I used TNT. Did not turn out to be a very good strategy. If this is your first time catching one of my streams, I am unearthing an ancient city that is all the way down there at Bedrock, and I'm going to do some kind of cool build with it. I'm still thinking of ideas. Excuse me, as I go. So these live streams, until I get this digging portion, like of the excavation, like removing all the blocks and stuff, it'll be more on the more grindy, more boring side, but it'll pay off in the end. So if you're curious what this build's going to look like in the future, I'll definitely consider dropping a sub. I will, or if you're interested in my live streams, I will be live streaming at least a little bit every day until this entire process is done. And if I have enough people actually liking my streams, I will consider continuing them into the building portion. But the original reason I started live streaming was because this process is going to take months, I'm assuming, right? I mean, this is a lot to do. So I don't want to just be I don't want to have my channel completely absent of posts or activity for 2 or 3 months between my videos, but I like doing longer, bigger, projects, and that leaves me with I either have to do smaller projects or live stream. So yeah, if you're interested in the big projects and stuff like this, I will be live streaming for the foreseeable future because this is going to take a ridiculous amount of time. If anybody has any questions about any of the mods I'm using, feel free to ask in chat. I may know the mod that you're talking about right offhand. If I don't comment on one of my videos, then I will 100% get back to you and let you know what mod you are looking for. If watching live stream, live content isn't your thing, I do post. I have quite a few videos up on my channel, You can swoop over there and check out those videos, and it'll catch you up on what I've done in this world up until I started this ancient city excavation. Definitely open to ideas on what to do, like more live streams. Like I'll consider taking a break from this grinding to do like a short live stream of something else on occasion until like maybe a horror mod experience or something like that. I'm open to suggestions on stuff like that. But yeah, right now this live streaming, it was honestly just for my documentation of this entire process, so I can look back at all my live streams and add up how long it took and all of that stuff. And anybody that wants to follow along with me and see how it's going, this lets me do that while I'm working on it and still having something to post on the channel. So I don't know, it works out pretty good. I didn't think I'd like live streaming, but I really do. It lets me post a lot of content to my channel without me having to edit and actually record all of the videos. YouTube uploads all that and stuff for me if I want, so that's pretty cool. If anybody is curious about where the blocks are going, that is this backpack. This is the sophisticated backpack mod. You know, you can upgrade the backpack to have huge storage like this. Like I'm actually still going to have to clear it out soon. But you can put a bunch of different upgrades on it. You know, some of the upgrades are really hard to unlock, but this is the magnet upgrade. It picks up the blocks around me, so that's why they're just disappearing. They're going into here. And then I have the void upgrade, which automatically is voiding these items that I have chosen for it to void. So yeah, pretty nifty. I definitely recommend that. I feel like that's one of the mods that could be added to just about any mod pack. And as you can see, I have more health than normal, and I'm a little faster than normal. That is a mod called Level Ascend, or Ascended Leveling. I'm pretty sure I've seen it both ways on CurseForge, but you'll definitely be able to find it over there. But it's kind of cool, it's as you level up, which is cool for later game. Especially as you level up, you don't need those levels really for anything. So you could just sit on them and actually be like super tanky and have a bunch of health and stuff, so it's pretty cool. Clean up this edge a little bit and get the border that I placed down removed, because I kind of measured it all off, but I don't think I really need it now over here. There we go. This was my item destroyer before I realized that there was a backpack upgrade that I could just void items. So I don't really need that anymore. I'll end up tearing that apart probably. But yeah, it's just a little redstone build that destroys any item I put in there, but turns out I didn't really need that. Okay, yeah, I got just following along here. And now this is measured out, or whatever you want to call it, the whole border. I don't need this anymore, so I can go through here, if I can get up here, and remove all these blocks I placed to measure the entire thing out. Only because I'm not a fan of how it looks. I'll get them later, but I'll at least do down here. There, that's fine. Yeah, if I had endless TNT, the TNT is definitely faster, but as you can see, it made a mess, and I had to patch up both of the walls, because I don't want the walls all gross, because I'm going to be doing a big build here. I'm going to be building something here when the entire thing's dug up, so. If anybody gets curious about any of the builds that I've done so far in this world, all you gotta do is let me know in chat, and I will take a break and give a little tour. Or you're welcome to head over. I have a bunch of videos up on my channel that will catch you up on what I've done in this world thus far. since it's almost dark and my pickaxe, all 4 of them are pretty low, I guess we can head up and repair. Over to the Enderman Experience Farm. Wow. I am so not used to those the flight duration 3. I've always just done flight duration 1, and the timing is you gotta get used to it. Okay. Okay. Already see an Enderman with a backpack over there. I'll check it out. I don't want the boots. Man. That's alright though. I'll still take it. Don't want that though. All this loot is from just the Enderman dropping backpacks and gear. I wish they'd stop teleporting me all around though. Another backpack already. Take that. We'll definitely take the gold. I don't like that sound. That is the Enderman with the jukebox upgrade on the backpack. Don't want that. Don't want that. Definitely don't want that. Don't need that. I know I just threw out iron, but I really don't need it. I have so much iron from this dig. Another backpack already, huh? Nothing good. Oh, almost. What a cobblestone. If you're curious where these ender pearls are all going, I have a upgrade on this backpack. This automatically picks them up, and then this automatically voids them. As you can see, I have ender pearls being voided in there, so that's why they're just disappearing. Another backpack. I guess. Okay. Yep. Don't want any more of that. Get tons of diamond gear from here, though. Might be able to make myself a 5th pickaxe. That one has a iron backpack. Yep. Take that. See what's in there. Don't need it. 2 more backpacks? It's crazy. I mean, I just have so many backpacks and so much gold and iron at this point. I just really don't need it all. Pretty good sword. Loot is dropping like crazy right now. It's not always like this here, I swear. There we go. We can go back now. That is... It's time to sleep. That is all. 4 of my netherite pickaxes prepared. Just got a nap, and then we'll have an hour before it is sleepy time again. Okay. Yeah, just until a couple of streams ago, I had one person in chat a couple of days ago tell me that I could do longer flight duration rockets, and I have never used above a flight duration 1. All of the years that I played Minecraft, I've slept on them the whole time. I've never even tried one. But the flight duration 3 are hard to get used to. You fly so much further on one rocket than I'm used to. And the next batch of rockets will probably be flight duration 1 because, as you can see up here, I tried TNT and I blew through all of my gunpowder, so I'll have to AFK at my farm if I plan on doing that. It's pretty efficient. It's definitely faster, but it just takes so much. Like, just for 1 row from here to here, it took a whole stack of rockets just to make it worth doing, you know what I mean? And then it's too much gunpowder and stuff for me. Plus, it's really ugly. I have to stop and repair the sides as I go and stuff. I should go patch in that hole, because I want the walls to be clean, because I'm going to be building here. So I'm going to finish this little layer here, and then go up there and measure off another chunk, because I took this chunk out to here, and doing a little, like sectioning it off in chunks like that really lets me feel like I'm getting more done. I get to actually see my progress, so more. Yeah, the main reason, though, I actually started live streaming was just because doing this big of a build, this long of a project, I should call it, it's going to be months before I'm able to post anything on my channel. But if I stream it, I'll actually be able to at least be active on my YouTube channel during the process. So I'm still going to be turning this entire thing into a time lapse, and then incorporating that time lapse into my next video on my channel. So. Without this haste enchantment, I have haste 3 and efficiency 5 on all of these. Without that mod that adds that enchantment, this process would be just, it probably actually would take me years. I had a comment on one of my streams. One guy said, "This is about to take you years, bro," and I hope he's wrong. But But realistically, I have to remove all of that all the way back. Well, I guess you can't see it from here. But all the way back to there, just to be down to Y level 0. So, or water level, whatever you want to call it. Well, there we go. We got this outer chunk, so now we're going to be dealing with an actual square up there. Man, these rockets. I mean, you definitely go farther, but the flight duration 3, I can't say that I love it, to be honest. But I'm just not used to that flight duration. But yeah, so we have this edge down here. That chunks out. Now I might section it off like to here. Yeah, let's do here. And then I'll work on taking another chunk down, because sectioning it off like this lets me feel like I'm making progress. You know, I can see the progress. When I was doing one layer at a time, I would just be doing it for hours and then look back and you can't even tell that I did anything. So this, for my mental state, I think sectioning it off like this for the time being is the way to go. And then I'll take this chunk all the way down to there and then rinse and repeat. But yeah, if anybody wants me to stop, take a break, maybe show you guys some of the build, some of my bases and some of the builds and projects that I've done, just let me know in chat. I don't mind taking a break. Like, at all. Or if you're curious about any of the mods I'm using, try to be specific, and I might know the mod that you're looking for right off the bat, but you can't just ask me what mods are you using, because I have 140 of them installed, and there's no way that I can remember all of them off the top of my head, but... Okay, so there's our section. Now we can start working on bringing this chunk all the way down. If anybody in here watches a lot of live streams, I'd appreciate any feedback on my quality. Like, is the quality decent? Is it okay? Because I had to completely go through my streaming settings this morning because YouTube didn't like my settings, and it was saying my streams might not be good quality yesterday, but I think I got it all taken care of. So if you're having any buffering or any kind of weird stuff in my streams, definitely please let me know, because I'm still pretty new to live streaming. I'm still making it a habit looking over it. You know, I'm working on making it a habit looking over at chat. It's not something that I'm used to yet. So if you do message in chat, just give me a minute to glance over there and see it. I am glancing, but... I do have videos up on my channel if you want to watch those and catch up on all of the builds and stuff that I've done so far. I did a massive tree build in my last one. It took me, like, I think I worked on that tree for like 60 hours or so, something like that. Well, quite a bit of work went into that. But there's a nice time lapse of that. You can watch that whole tree just be assembled in front of you in like 2 minutes. So yeah, I put a lot of work into this world. I played on this world every day for the last 10 months. I made my YouTube channel 10 months ago, and I made this right before I made my channel. I actually put this mod pack all together, and I was like, this is so cool. You know, it pulled me back into Minecraft because I was kind of getting burnt out playing vanilla Minecraft. And I was like, this is awesome again. And I was like, let's make a YouTube channel, see if anybody else, you know, wants to use some of the mods that I'm using, or if they want to enjoy Minecraft being modded, you know, content here. But I just made it for fun, so that's the main reason this mod pack in particular is the one that actually pulled me back into playing Minecraft. I was like, I might as well make a YouTube channel then. Maybe other people would like hanging out while I work on my world. Yeah, if anybody has any ideas of something else I could do for live streams, I mean, obviously I can think of ideas, but I need, like, shorter idea videos. Like, I was thinking about maybe one of these coming up live streams doing, like, a horror mod. You know, put myself a little pack together using a horror mod that you guys suggest, because I'm really not that big into the horror mods. Like, I mean, as far as staying up to date on them. So I need suggestions on a good one, but that's definitely something that I would consider doing. But yeah, if you like my live streams, you know, just coming and hanging out while I grind through this process, consider subscribing. I mean, I'll be on here every day for at least an hour or two until this entire process is done. And if I have enough people that actually enjoy my streams, I will consider continuing to stream after the excavation process, and I'll just keep streaming once I start building. So right now the plan is I'm unearthing this entire ancient city, obviously, but I'm hoping like a big cave kind of like this opens up in one of the walls towards the center, and then I could do some kind of like lush cave maybe build in it if there's a good enough cave up there, and then have an elevator, because I have building mods installed. I could do like an elevator going down, maybe like a glass floor just above the warden right below me. Like, I think it'd be cool to leave the warden and the entire ancient city intact and have my base just out of range to where he can't attack me. Maybe use like a redstone contraption or something to spawn him down there, so you could just be chilling at the base and have wardens running around down below you. I want to take the shulk, whatever the hell that stuff's called. You know what I'm talking about, that ancient city, and have it spread up these walls a little bit, like it's trying to grow out of the earth and escape. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get the extra materials to spread the skulk up the wall like that. Like, am I gonna need to find another ancient city and loot that thing to have the materials for it? Maybe there will be like a bunch of extra as I'm working my way down there before I actually get down there, and I can collect enough to build up the walls some. We're almost there. That's what I wanted to say. Do I have torches? Yeah, I have some. I'll just fill this in now, because I know I want it filled in. It's already mostly lit up. That's probably overkill. Oh well. Do I even have enough stone? I'm gonna have to grab more. So I'm trying to keep these walls clean. You know, that's another reason why I didn't want to use a TNT duper, because I want to keep the walls as clean as possible. So we need silk touch. There we go. And I have to turn... I'm just going to turn this off altogether. That should be plenty. Just go up here. that was dumb. That's fine. Is that all of it here? I think so. We could just leave that extra random block in here. There. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna turn this backpack back on. So we'll pick the crap back up for me again. And we're good to go. That flight duration is absurd. I'm never gonna get used to that. I'll really feel like I've made some progress when I have all of this down to that level. But yeah, I was just doing a single layer at a time. Actually, that reminds me. I gotta hit replay on my record on my replay mod. But I was just doing a single layer at a time. But I would do it for like 2 or 3 hours. Hey, what's going on, Chris? But I would do it for like 2 or 3 hours, and I wouldn't even have any progress made. You know, you wouldn't even be able to see it. Hey, thanks, man. I'm just grinding away still. Yeah, if anybody in here wants to see a, little tour of some of the builds and stuff that I've done in this world, just let me know in chat. If not, I do have tons of videos up on my channel that will catch you up on this world. My last build was I built a giant tree with a base in it and stuff, and I'm pretty proud of that. I spent a long time on that. But you'll notice in my videos, my last few, there was like almost 2 months between some of my posts, because I like taking on big projects like this. And that means that I'm going to work on this for however many months it takes, and then not have anything to post that entire time. So that's part of the reason that I started live streaming, just to be able to keep active on my channel between my builds. So the grind is real. Like all of the big builds that you see on my YouTube channel, like this is like the kind of work that, I put into them. But I don't know. I feel like 2 months, like I don't know how some of these big content creators do it. Like 2 months just between posts. That's what it takes for me to do a big build like this, you know what I mean? So I don't understand how some of these creators are putting a video like that out weekly. It's crazy. I cannot do that. So this is my solution. I could use like probably, world edit or something crazy, commands to clear this out just for content. But then I wouldn't be proud of it, and it wouldn't be fun to me, you know what I mean? I'm not doing this just for clicks and views and to pump out content as quickly as possible. I'm just doing this to have fun and hopefully let other people enjoy my Minecraft world and use my mods, if they have any questions about the mods, and just let people enjoy it with me. That's why I made this YouTube channel. If I ever make a little money on here, cool. I mean, that's fine. I don't need it, you know what I mean? It's just for fun. But I guess I'm saying is I'm never gonna let it feel like a job. If it ever feels like a job, then I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna feel the pressure to quickly put out another video, but yeah. That's why I started this live streaming. Plus, I think it'd be cool to document how many hours this actually takes me. I'm putting all these live streams working on this in a playlist, and anybody will be able to go and watch them and see how much work actually went into this. So I just think that's kind of cool too. Yeah, actually surprised. I've had quite a few people in some of my streams just come and hang out during this process. And doing a big grindy process like this, it's nice having people come in and hang out and ask questions and, hey, take a break and go show me this. Like, I just like, it makes it a lot less boring knowing that I have people swooping in to say hi and stuff like that. I appreciate you guys. But I'm surprised how many people actually even stopped it. You know, I expected, you know, I'm a newer YouTube channel. I don't really have a lot of followers and stuff. I'm surprised anybody swoops in, you know what I mean, to hang out. I'm glad they do, but I'm just surprised that, you know, I've had some streams have quite a few people in them. It's pretty cool. Yeah, if you're curious about any of the mods I'm using, definitely feel free to ask. Like, obviously, I have more health than normal, and I'm faster. That's probably going to be one of the more common questions. That is a mod called Level Ascend, and that just lets you, if you hang on to your levels, the higher your level, you get more health, and you get faster and stronger. So, end game, if you want, it's actually worth hanging on to some of your levels so you're more tanky and stuff. It's pretty cool. The sophisticated backpacks is the one that's picking up all of this items, and that's where all of my stone and everything's going. Right here, I'm voiding it. You can void and destroy items that you don't want, so the magnet will pick them up, the void upgrade will delete them, and so yeah, that's where all of the stone's going. I'm just destroying all of the stone because I have like 50 chests full of stone and dirt over there, and I just don't need it anymore. But sophisticated backpacks, that's I want to say out of all 140 mods that I have installed in this pack, that is probably up there, top 3, my favorite ones for sure. I mean, I like it because it's a mod that could go in any mod pack. Like if you're doing zombies or, you know, just a normal realistic Minecraft, just it can go in any of them. So I just think it's a really good one to check out. Vein Miner is definitely top 3. Oh, another question people might have is, how am I mining so fast without a beacon? I have a mod installed called Haste, and you can actually put a haste enchantment in combination with your efficiency, and it lets you insta-mine stone like this without a beacon. So, which I don't think is a bad thing. You know, like that could be in vanilla Minecraft as far as I'm concerned. I think that's pretty cool. Why not be able to indefinitely upgrade the speed that you mine faster? You know, just make it a really hard enchantment to get or something, you know. Dumb flies. Yeah, I have like 200 new animals added to this. There's flies. The flies will kill the zombies if the zombies come out. The spiders will actually interact with and kill the flies. So, it's pretty cool. Elephants, kangaroos, rhinos, anacondas, whole bunch of stuff. If anybody's interested in it, I did make a video showing you guys how to put this mod pack together yourselves. I did have my CurseForge code to give out this mod pack up on a video when I first made my channel, and it created a bunch of problems with mod creators. I had multiple mod creators like, hey, you have to have the link in the description if you're gonna share this on YouTube, even if it's in a mod pack, etc., etc. It caused a bunch of issues, so I just took the whole video down because the video was revolving around that mod, like that mod pack code. So I just removed the entire thing, but it caused problems. You know, they're not asking for a lot. I just want my link in the description, which is fine, but I have 140 mods. There's not room for me to put 140 links, you know, in the description. But I really want everybody to be able to play with this mod pack. That's why I made that video. So the video is up, follow along, and you should be able to put this mod pack together for yourself. Once I hit 1,000 subs, I am going to release the CurseForge code to this mod pack for a short time, hoping that it doesn't have time to tick any of the mod creators off. But what I'll do is I'll probably let everybody know in a live stream, like, hey, I'm going to put that code in the description to my, on my channel for an hour or, or a day or however long I decide to do it. That video I made that made the mod creators mad, it was up for about a week before any of them, the creators said anything on it. So I think if I leave it up for a few hours, I think it'll be alright. But I gotta make sure that there's enough people that want it, for me to risk having people mad at me over. I definitely don't want the mod creators mad at me over something like that. I use these mods all the time. I like them a lot. I don't understand the reasoning behind them not wanting me to share their mods in a mod pack on YouTube, but that's exactly what they said. They said you could share the code, just not on YouTube. So, like with your friends is fine, but they didn't want it on YouTube. But yeah, something to look forward to in the future. When I hit 1,000 subs, I will be giving that out and giving everybody, all of my subs, a heads up. And if you don't want to take the time to put the mod pack together by watching the video I made, you could just wait until I hit 1,000 subs and I'm going to be giving it to everybody. Because I put a lot of work into putting this mod pack together, getting 140 mods to work correctly with each other and getting all the resource packs in the correct order to where everything works the way that I want. It took quite a bit of work. So I want people to be able to play with this. Like, I love playing Minecraft like this. I want to say I spent like 2 weeks just putting the mod pack together. I tried to take everything about Minecraft where I'm like, that could be a little better, or I don't like how that works, and find a mod that would make it a little bit better, or entirely better. And I think this mod pack does a pretty good job at enhancing everything about Minecraft. So I mean, if you love vanilla and you wouldn't change anything about it, definitely probably not the mod pack for you. But if you want Minecraft, like look around, like the huge trees and everything, if you want Minecraft to feel huge and be an entirely new adventure all over again, like after you've played for years, that's definitely, I'd take the time to put this together with the video that I made. Definitely worth it. Yeah, I got my new PC, and I was like, I want to play Minecraft again, and I started playing vanilla, and I'm like, man, that's not doing it for me anymore, it's not, like, didn't pull me in, everything, it had been years since I played, and I hopped back on, I'm like, this is, like, basically exactly the same as it was, what the hell? So, I put together this mod pack, and I was like, dude, I love this, let's make a YouTube channel, and share my videos and mods and stuff with people. So now I'm here, back playing Minecraft again. So yeah, if you're getting bored with Minecraft, this definitely, what if you encounter the warden? I have a mod installed called, Ascended Leveling that will let me get pretty tanky. So I'm hoping that I could tank a few shots while I'm down there trying to excavate and build and stuff. But I'm not sure what level I'll have to get at. I know obviously you can see I have a lot of health. I'm hoping if I get up to level 100 or so, I can work and build down there without him just completely destroying me. Because I would like to leave the warden and the entire ancient city intact. Like, I'd like to have my base just out of reach of it, like with a nice glass floor, an elevator in the wall going down to the glass floor, and be just out of his range, and use like some redstone to spawn him or something to keep him spawning. I feel like it'd be cool to have the wardens running around down below my base, but they can't actually hurt me. But yeah, I hope, because I've died once in this world to an executioner wasp when I first started it. Just one-shot me while I was in full iron armor. I do not want to die again, But I guess if I have to die again, dying to the warden is probably most likely how it's gonna happen. But yeah, I have some pretty upgraded armor. Like, this gives me knockback. My elytra is actually, you can enchant the elytra and upgrade it to where you can enchant it to where it actually has a good defense and, you know, some decent armor. So I'm hoping that I can just manage. I'm hoping since I have my elytra on and I have the defense of a normal chest plate on that elytra that I'll be able to fly out of there before it's game over for me. But if you look, that is water level right there, and this, and I still have to take all this out just to take it down to, you know, base ground level, because unfortunately this all started on the top of a mountain. So I have some time to think about it, is what I'm saying. I've done too much to stop. But I still have so much to do to where I'm not afraid of it yet, if that makes sense. Because yeah, I still have to go from there all the way down to bedrock. I believe the ancient cities are just above bedrock. I haven't even been down there yet in this world. The way that I suspected, because there was a mountain up here with the wrong button. With the cherry grove. So I suspected there was one down here. So I made a copy of this world and I went in spectator, and there is indeed ancient city down there. So I copied the coordinates on them, marked this whole area off. So it's still untouched in this exact copy of the world. So yeah, I am very much likely to be a goner when I get down there, but I'm hoping I can just get tanky enough to deal with it. I do have quite a bit of gold, so I could whip up a bunch of apples, some golden apples maybe when I get down there, if he's that much of an issue. And if I'm not able to pull off leaving him intact, like leaving the entire ancient city functional, then I'll just try to sneak around and disable all of the sensors and actually maybe just move in down there. So we'll see. Either way, I'm doing something here. I know I want to build into the walls, maybe have a bridge going across, because I have a bunch of building mods installed that let you do cool, like, rope bridges and different roof structures and a whole bunch of stuff like that. So do a bridge across, and if I have to just move in down there, maybe I'll rebuild a bunch of the ancient city with a diorite, give it that white look. And I am not doing all this to not move in here. I know that. So yeah, running under the warden when I get down there is definitely good. See a way around it. It's whether I can survive it with that mod or not. I doubt 50 will be enough. I know the warden hits like a truck, so I might have to at least take it up to a level 100. Which won't take long with that experience farm that I have. I actually don't like being any higher than 50 with the level ascend mod, because you get faster like this, and you don't stop getting faster. The higher your level, the faster you are and the more health you get. Like, I don't believe there's a cap on it. And even at 50, I'm fast enough to where it's like hard to hit crits and be accurate, because I'm moving at such a different speed than I'm used to. And you really can't get used to it because the speed changes every time your level changes, so you can't really dial it in. It's nice being able to run around fast and get stuff done a little quicker. It's cool, but for fighting and being accurate, it's being too high of a level can hurt you more than it helps you, I feel like. Thanks, man. I'm trying, grinding away at it. One second. Just want to take a peek here at the progress. Yeah, sectioning it off like that, that's the way to do it. I actually feel like I can see the work that I'm doing instead of doing like 3 hours, getting 2 layers done, and then it still looks the same. So it's not going to make for the best looking time lapse, but for the sake of my my mental state, I think we're going to do it this way so I can find motivation. Yeah, if anybody wants me to stop and do like a little tour of some of the builds and stuff that I've done, just let me know in chat. I don't mind, you know what I mean? It's not like I have a time restriction on this or nothing. I'll take a break and show you some of the stuff I've done on this world. If that's something you're interested in, just let me know. Or you're welcome to check out some of my videos. I have videos that'll catch you all up on everything I've done in this world up until I started this project. Yeah, realistically, I was like, I'm not going to be able to post anything for months if I take on this project, so staying active on YouTube and doing this project, live streaming was basically the only option, so. Actually, I want to show you guys something that I found the other day. I was going down here. I was going to start lighting up these caves. I got to actually find which one it is. Is it over here? I think it's here. Yes, here it is. This right here. I come down here just to light up this cave and see how far down this cave goes and what's all in here. And I seen this and I was like, what the hell is that? That's some kind of structure of some kind. You know, that's not like... And then I come down here. And this is a zombie dungeon. So if I want, I could also fully expose this dungeon. And they have tons of spawners in them. I'm really surprised we're not seeing any zombies. Oh, it's because I already lit some of it up. But there's tons of spawners in here. I could probably do some kind of, like, there's one there. I could probably do some kind of a farm or something in here later on. Just maybe leave the spawners intact. Oh, it even goes up. See what I mean there? I just lunged forward a little bit. And then I jumped forward like a mile because I'm way too fast. Oh, a midget. See how I'm basically... I took almost no damage there. That's that level ascend mod. Yo. Okay, alright. But yeah, I just thought that was pretty cool. I come down here just to light up this cave, and there's also a zombie dungeon here. So I could do something with that as well, if I wanted. Flight duration 3, man. One rocket would have never got me out of there. I am still not used to that. Go away. Yeah, I thought that was cool. If anybody has any ideas of something I could do with that, let me know. Maybe I could incorporate part of it into my base. Or maybe I'll just remove the entire thing, I don't know. I didn't plan on it being there. I didn't know it was there. So really, like, for what I have envisioned with the ancient city, I should probably remove it, but... That right there, when you see all the blocks break, that's the vein miner. Vein miner mod, I believe is what that one's called. Once you get used to that, it's like basically impossible to go without it. So I would add the vein miner and sophisticated backpack to any mod pack. Those are two that I wouldn't want to go without. I'd want them in every mod pack. But yeah, if you enjoy my live streams or you're interested in some of the other content on my channel, consider subscribing, especially for the live streams, because for the foreseeable future, I'll be getting on here. I'm going to try to do it just about every day. Well, I will be doing it every day, but right around this time every day. So yeah, if it's something you actually enjoy doing, hanging out while I'm grinding this away, or if you just want to swoop in a couple of months and see how the build's coming, you know, consider subscribing then too. Because I mean, really, this is on the more boring side of how, you know, all of my content, I'm just grinding away. But it'll be worth it. Seeing this entire thing dug out, I'm excited to actually start building. I know I can't do a layer at a time anymore. Like a whole layer over the whole thing, because it just, I don't see the progress, and it's just brutal to motivate myself to do it, you know? Have any of you guys watched any of my other streams, or is this your first? Give a little glance. That's the progress we made so far. Yeah, these rockets, man. Right when I spun around there with the flight duration 1 rockets, I would have stopped. The flight duration 3, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get used to that. So we have one more pickaxe before I have to go repair it. I don't think I drank enough coffee for this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm digging deep for motivation right now. I just want this to be empty and to start the building process so bad. But it's so far away. So yeah, if you're interested in my live streams, I'll be doing it until this entire thing. At least for a little bit every day until this entire thing is cleared out. Because if I don't work on it at least a little every day, it'll never get done. Yeah, that right there, you just heard my character eat all by himself. That is another backpack upgrade. It's the auto feed. The auto feed upgrade. As long as I keep food in here, he'll just automatically eat, which I think is really cool for end game. Because I mean, end game, you have food, right? I mean, food's not an issue anymore. So why not have your character just automatically eat? You know, late game, it's just an inconvenience to stop and eat all the time. So I just find that nifty. But it kind of works out good too, because the backpacks are hard to upgrade. So you can't really unlock the backpack upgrade until you're already to the right point in the game for it to not be overpowered. So that works. They do a pretty good job with that. You gotta love the Tan's huge trees in combination with distant horizons. Like that view, little spikes in the distance, big trees everywhere. You can't go wrong combining those two. Unless you have like a really low end computer, you might struggle to run it some. But if I'd say mid to high end, you could definitely mess with the settings to get it to work. Definitely worth messing around with it and getting it to work, because it just makes Minecraft feel huge. But yeah, if anybody wants me to stop and show off some of the work that I've done, some of the previous builds I've done in this world, you just gotta let me know. I do not mind stopping and taking a break, showing you guys around. Or if you're curious about any of the mods I'm using, just try to be specific about what you're asking about. And I may know what you're looking for right off. But here's a perfect demonstration for vein miner. So you got all those coal. This is I mean, look at that. How is that a perfect rectangle? That's crazy. But yeah, vein miner is just, once you have it, you gotta have it. You know what I mean? Take that experience. That was weird. How that didn't break. I apologize for this. I absolutely have to go get myself a drink of water. I am back. I apologize. I hate hearing this sound while I am trying to fall asleep at night. Like, one at a time like this. You know, that's normal, peaceful Minecraft audio. That sounds nice, but this is not, you know what I mean? You hear it so much. Every night since I've started this, I just hear this. If it's too quiet in the room, I hear this while I'm trying to fall asleep. But if you go and watch any of the videos on my channel, you'll know that once I start something, I refuse to stop. And I started this, so I have to grind it out. I have to finish it. One of my new subscribers did tell me about a mod. He didn't say what it was called, but he told me about a mod that would let me like excavate large areas of connected stone just by breaking one block. And I couldn't find anything like that for my my game version that I'm currently playing on. Or maybe I was just not looking up the right name of it. So I am open to trying mods that will speed this process up within reason. I don't want it to make it feel like I'm not accomplishing anything, so it would have to be something subtle-ish. Like, obviously, this haste enchantment is letting me mine significantly faster than I would be able to without, so that's speeding up the process. But I still have to take the time to mine every block, so it's not like I'm just, like, world editing or commanding all the chunks away or block, you know, so it's still fulfilling. I'll still be proud of it when I'm done. I really am more and more. I'm thinking about doing a live stream of me playing a horror mod, but I'll need suggestions as to what ones that I should try. I probably won't install it on this world exactly. I can play it with all, like, in combination with all of these mods as long as they're compatible. But I have heard of a lot of horror mods breaking the game, and I don't want anything in this world destroyed. Definitely open to it. Or if you have any other mods that you think would fit good in this mod pack, definitely let me know. I'm always open to checking out new mods. I guess I'll peek off the edge, and it doesn't feel like we're getting much. Okay. Yeah, this is why I'm sectioning it off. I can look here and see that I'm actually making progress. And I will record just for a second on my replay mod. Oh, there we go. But look at that view, man. You can't go wrong with distant horizons and Tan's huge trees. Just huge. Love it. I need suggestions. Should I actually completely rebuild these walls? Like, black concrete or something like that? Because I know I want to have the skulk and stuff like that, the ancient city crap, growing up these walls and look like it's trying to grow to the surface a little bit up these walls. But I don't know if I should change the walls aside from that. yeah, if any of you guys want me to stop and do like a little tour and show you guys around, don't be shy to ask. I do not mind stopping this for a while. Or you can check out some of the other videos on my channel. I have quite a few videos up. I think there's 3 or 4 of them of this world that'll catch you all the way up on everything I've done up until I started this ancient city excavation. It's already getting time. I'm gonna have to go repair already. And it's gonna be dark soon, so I might as well just go do it now. That's why I crouch up here at all times. I've been teleported off a few times. Yo, that's a good sword. Good shovel. Take that. Don't need that. So let's store this. Okay, I want this in here. There we go. Yeah, so a lot of good loot drops from the sophisticated backpack mod. Obviously, I get a lot of good backpacks. The only ones I'm saving now are the gold ones, because they have more storage, as you can see, versus the iron ones, and obviously the copper is the worst. But I just have more backpacks than I need. Get that going. Another one. But yeah, look at this. I got all of this. What's that, man? Guess we could put that here. Do something here. But yeah, look at all this. I got all this gear. A lot of it's really well enchanted stuff. Got all these diamonds and gold just from here. And I'm starting to fill up another one here. But it didn't used to be like this. As I progressed in the game, like the loot drops got better and better, so I wouldn't install this mod and just count on it being OP and having drops like this, because this is not how it started for me. Seems like once I upgraded this backpack here to netherite, all of the drops for everything else got more frequent and better. I've got this one dropped as a diamond. I upgraded it to netherite, and then this is the only other diamond backpack that I've got to drop here. So I'm still not even 100% if a netherite backpack can drop. I wish you guys would stop. I'm not even sure if a netherite backpack can drop from these guys or not, but I would really love another netherite backpack, because it's a lot of work to upgrade. And the reason I have so many Enderman variants, it's a mod called the Enderman Overhaul. That's how you're seeing the guys teleport me all over the place. Don't want that. No. Yeah, I've only been here. This farm is pretty efficient. I've only been here, what, a couple minutes now, and my pickaxes are basically all the way done. There's a video of me making this up on my channel as well, and one of my videos of this world that shows the process of me making this. I wanted to do a time lapse of it, but that didn't work out. A lot of the footage got just like corrupt. I just recorded a black screen, so amateur move. Yeah, now our pickaxes are good to go again, and I don't think I can't sleep yet. That's unfortunate. That is one problem with the daylight cycles. They're extended to an hour, which is cool, and you can set it to be as long as you want. But the problem with that is this time of night, you can't see very good, but it's like a good 5 or 10 minutes where it's like this before you can actually sleep. Hey, I think it's time to sleep. I should have just hung out here for a minute. Yeah, look at that. This the picnic basket achievement there. That was for hitting a grizzly bear. I just did that the other day. And that just tells you how much is in this world. I've encountered my first grizzly bear this many hours into this world. Do I want to say I gotta be going at like around 400 hours in this world, at least, maybe more. But yeah, I'll go out and I'll still see animals that I haven't seen before. I've seen kangaroos a couple of streams ago. There's anacondas in the swamp and stuff, which is really cool. You can actually tame and breed the anacondas with chicken. But once they get hungry, they'll turn on you again, so you can't trust them. I didn't know that, and one of my other 100 Days videos, that's how I died. I let my guard down around my pet anaconda that I thought I could trust. So, if you use Alex's mobs, don't trust anacondas ever. I had a nice little fish tank made for him, and I had seasons turned on in that gameplay, so I was protecting him from the cold, and he still turned on me. There are tigers. I could probably actually show you guys tigers. They spawn. This was in tiger infested when I first started, but I'm sure there's some up here. These rockets, dude, I'm not used to them. Flight duration 3. Might not be for me. Okay, let's see if we can find some. There's definitely bees. Yeah, there's some right there, Sam. Alright. It just lays down. I feel bad. I'm leaving those guys alive up here because I killed probably like 100 of them because this was all that same cherry grove. Yeah. They almost went extinct. So I'm just leaving them guys surviving up there. Yeah, right now they can't even really hurt me, but like in the beginning, like if you're still in just iron armor, they do some damage. They grab you and don't let go, and then they'll just sit there and keep biting you. That's how the anacondas attack you. They coil around you and then you can't get out. But yeah, that is Alex's mobs adds all those animals. I have a couple other animal mods installed as well, but you can definitely tell that the quality of the Alex's mobs are 10 times better. Like, their animations are better. They all actually interact with each other, and like the flies attack the zombies, and the spiders attack the flies, and so on and so forth. They all interact with each other. It's really well done, so I recommend that if you want to add some new animals and stuff to your Minecraft. I also have some mods that... I have a mod for every mob in the game. Like, creepers look different, walk different, they have better animations. The zombies are the same way, they have different variants. There's like 9 different kind of Endermen. So definitely, if you're interested in getting the CurseForge code, consider subscribing, because I'm giving it out to all of you guys once I hit 1,000 subs. I'll probably let everybody know in one of my live streams that, hey, I'm gonna put my CurseForge code in my description for, you know, this day. You know, I'll give everybody a heads up. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, something to look forward to for the future, if you subscribe. I did already give the code out, but it causes problems, so that's why I'm saying I'm only going to leave it up for a short period of time for everybody to grab. So, but if you do not want to wait for that, I do have a video up. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. I do have a video up on my channel that walks you through, and I list off all of the mods that I can fit in the description and how to put this mod pack together and everything. So you can go over to my channel, find that video, and do it for yourself if you don't want to wait for the code. You know, so I'm not, you know, I want people to be able to play with it. I know some people are like, why are you being greedy with the mod pack? Well, I'm not. You know, I caused issues, made some mod creators mad at me because they all want their links in the description. I don't have room for 140 links in the description. That's not that I don't want to share my mod pack. I want you guys to be able to play with it. You know, I'm proud of it. I want, you know, you guys to check it out. I put a lot of work into putting it together, so. I want you guys to have it, but I don't want you guys to have it so badly that I'm willing to have the mod creators mad at me over it. So, they didn't notice or have a problem with it until the video really started getting views. It was up for about a week before I started getting some creators in the comments like, hey, you have to have my link in the description in order to be able to use my mod pack, or my mod and a mod pack on YouTube. You know, so I'm pretty sure that I can get away with giving you guys the code for a short period of time, especially if it's in my description. I don't think anybody will really notice that it's up there. And I want to say the code is, like, once I generate a code, it's good for 7 days. So maybe I'll even be able to leave it up there for 7 days. I'll just have to see. See if it causes any issues. Because I really like all, you know, the mods that I'm using, and I respect the mod creators. They put a lot of work into making Minecraft awesome again, you know what I mean? So I don't want any of them mad at me. If you're interested in like, what's the best way to put it? Like cinematic movie styled content. I have a zombie apocalypse series that I used to do on here that I really enjoyed making. It was scripted, you know, I was doing it just for entertainment, but I really enjoyed it, and I got a lot of positive feedback on it. But for whatever reason, YouTube wouldn't show anybody. You know, it's a pretty new YouTube channel. But if I have enough people interested in that kind of content, I'll definitely consider making more of it. I really enjoy the storytelling, scripted content, you know, if it's done right. And I put a lot of time into it and did it. It was like a zombie apocalypse. I was the only person left in the world, and I was in this huge city. I actually got a map download off of the internet, and it was pretty good. I take the mods, the zombie mods, and I adjust the settings as the series progresses, and the zombies would start getting smarter and faster, and yeah, it was pretty cool. I was proud of that series. But the very last one of that series that I did, I posted it and it got like 8 views. I'm like, you know, I like doing it, but if nobody's gonna see it and nobody's interested in it, you know, I'm not gonna keep doing it. So But I would love it if people checked that out and let me know to bring back the series, because I definitely will. I still have the entire mod pack put together in the save file right where I left off, so. But yeah, that was fun. That was when I really realized how much you can tweak and mess with mods to get them to do how you want, you know, to do what you want in the world and stuff. Even though that series was scripted, the zombies AI is actually so good, and they get so fast. Like, there would be zombie horde waves, and they would show up, and I enabled them, like, the smart zombie AI, and they would get like 10 zombies all in one little spot around because I made myself a base to protect myself from the zombie hordes. But it got to a point where they would actually all stand there in a pile and throw one dude over, and they would just take turns launching zombies over into my little area. And so yeah, even though like it was scripted, the zombies were actually like startling and spooky to me at times. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. I really hope, you know, doing these live streams that pulls more people in, and they go check out some of that other content that YouTube just didn't show people, because I don't know if it's just, you know, starting out is like the hardest part, and YouTube just doesn't show people until you've slowly accumulated followers, or if I just really don't understand how to actually, you know, get my videos out there. You know, I mean, I guess I don't have any other platforms to help, you know, promote my channel or anything like that. I'm really not big on social media, like not big into it. Like I get on Facebook, you know, but I don't really mess with TikTok or Twitter or anything. So I don't have a following to advertise anywhere. So maybe that's why. But yeah, I would love for some people to go check out some of those zombie videos and let me know what you think. I even bring out my acting skills. You know, I alter my voice a little, do a little voice acting, and kind of really try to lean into the apocalypse vibe. I have a whole story written out. I don't know, I'm kind of proud of those videos. It's disappointing that hardly anybody got to see them. Yeah, one of them did really well. Like one of my first ones in the zombie apocalypse, it got a bunch of views, and everybody's like, you gotta keep doing these, they're awesome. And then I made 2 more with almost no views. I'm like, alright, I can't, you know, spend all this time for nobody to watch them. But yeah, I need horror mod suggestions. I really was thinking, I may even live stream it. Actually, live streaming it would probably be the most authentic way to do it. But I want to do like a horror mod pack live stream or a quick little video. Yeah, I'll probably live stream it, but I need suggestions. I'm not caught up on all the good horror mods. I did a couple horror mod videos on my channel. I think my very first YouTube video, I don't even know if I left it up. My very first YouTube video on this channel was 10 months ago, was a horror mod video. I did not handle myself well. I'm not a huge fan of being scared, I'm not gonna lie. But something about horror in Minecraft actually does scare me. I have had, you know, some people are like, dude, it's Minecraft, how could this possibly scare you? But I think about the fact that it's Minecraft makes it scarier, because it's usually such a peaceful environment, and you know what's, you know the enemies, you know where you are, you know, you don't expect to be scared. So when you have a horror mod installed, something especially that slowly builds and you're not expecting it, I feel like it's just can be one of the most scary video game experiences ever if it's done right. I think I'm gonna stay on until I think I'll try to stay on here till 5. It gives me about 20 minutes. So if anybody has any questions or wants a tour, let me know now. But if you want to keep up to date on my streams, you know, I will definitely be on tomorrow. It may be a little earlier than this, but I'll try to hop on around the same time tomorrow as well and try to get some kind of consistent streaming schedule going on. But yeah, if you're interested in my live streams and want to stay up to date, definitely consider subscribing. Like I said, I'll be on every day, at least a little, until this entire ancient city is dug up. So I am open to like small little side quest suggestions. Like you want me to go do something or check some stuff out, you just gotta let me know. Or like I said, I could even stop and do a horror mod stream or something. I'll just put it in a different playlist. And yeah, I definitely need horror mod suggestions. Preferably something not only, like, I played one horror mod, I can't remember what it was called, but it wasn't creepy, it was just jump scares. You know what I mean? I'm not super into just constant jump scares. You know, like, after a while, I was just like, alright, it's gonna be loud. It's gonna be loud. And then it was more, like, irritating and slightly angering than anything. So I want, like, a good creepy mod with, like, a build-up, like it's stalking you from a distance and then gets increasingly closer, so on and so forth, stuff like that, you know. So if you guys are having any issues with my live stream, like buffering or anything, please let me know. I messed with my settings all this morning because it was saying I was having issues, and I'm getting that notification again. My internet is way good enough to where I shouldn't be having any issues on my end, so I don't know if it's something on YouTube's end, or if it's even, maybe it's not a correct notification. But yeah, if you guys are having buffering or any, like, horrible video quality, please do let me know. Because I know for certain my internet connection is literally like 6 times faster than it needs to be to stream, so I don't know how it would possibly be on my end. But lost keyframes, huh? That's weird. Hey, we're making progress. Yeah, it was a good call, chunking the area off like this. Putting it in little sections instead of doing an entire layer at a time. Definitely the way to go. Actually, to be honest with you guys, that's about all of the grinding that I could take, but I am going to take, and I'll show you guys around my base a little bit and show you some of the stuff that I've built before I hop off. Just, I don't know, I've had enough. That's like 3 hours of just breaking those blocks for me today. That's about, that's about all I could tolerate. So let's start here. This is the first house that I built. There's my little bedroom. These are waystones in the waystone mod, so you can make waystones and place them down and teleport between different locations. They spawn frequently at like villages and stuff like that. And then here is my elevator. My enchantment area used to be right here, but I moved it over to my tree base. I'll show you the tree base momentarily, but since we're here, this was my little starter base. I moved over here there's a village over there, but I found refuge in that village when I first started, and then built my house over here. There are a lot of landscaping. Let me just show out here. All this was all small trees, this entire forest. I cleared it all out. And that is my iron farm. But yeah, just all thick trees all through here. Lots of hours of removing trees. Where my house is currently, there was a mountain. I removed the entire mountain. But yeah, let's go down. This takes me down to iron level. This is my little iron mine. And diamond level. I've spent a lot of time down here. I was just mining normally, and I mined into this amethyst geode, and I had to excavate the entire thing. I'm gonna take that wall further that way, but I kind of got bored with doing that. But yeah, you can see I've spent a lot of time mining for diamonds down here. Yeah, I want to open this up more. I'm gonna take the ceiling up more and move that wall over just so that's like in the middle of a big open area down here. Yeah, let's go back up. And I kind of just connected my base to this village. A little walkway. And this village, I spent many hours rebuilding this village because there was no white in this village at all. So I went in and tore the inside out of every house and replaced it with the diorite to give it the white look through here. I think it looks nice. Spent a lot of time here. That raid is because I accidentally came over here with Bad Omen and I didn't have milk. So I just buried one of the guys over here because I didn't want to mess with my villager trades over here. And this is my little villager trading hall. This is not this here is isn't an original build. I watched a YouTube video to make this. I changed some stuff in here around. It's not exactly the same, but it's basically the same. But yeah, here's all my villagers and stuff. Why is one of them out? Whatever. But let's go up there. Let's fly over there. Let me grab out some fireworks. That is the big tree that I made. The video of that grueling process is up on my YouTube channel if you wanted to check that out. That right there. Oh, it's still loading in. That's a distant horizon LODs. It's not really that low quality, I promise. But yeah, we'll land on my automatic sugarcane farm to start with. I kind of just hid it behind leaves. Have it hidden in the branch up here. Sugarcane. This is my portal room. Little glass wall into my storage room here. I do have an elevator that goes all the way down. Should probably bring that back up before I fall down there. This was my first little platform that I put up here. I got my little smelting area up there. Kind of went with like a overgrown, lush look. Got another floor down there. I actually haven't done anything with it yet, but I put chains and stuff here on all of the different platforms for support, just so it looked a little more aesthetically pleasing and realistic. But yeah, that's most of the tree build here. I'm still in process of, I'm gonna add. I have all these branches and stuff to choose from. I was thinking about going up higher rather than lower with it, but we could take the elevator down real quick. Just staying right here. This is just storage room. I have a glass wall at the side of the tree here. Taking me up. And yeah. Just a random waystone. Yeah, like see right away there's kangaroos and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. What's that? Emo or something? Yep. See how they're like they have like the good animations, like the 3D models and everything. They move all. That's Alex's mobs there. A lot of the animal mobs are really lazy and they just like they're just squares and they don't really walk right. But Alex's mobs is really good. Okay, I'm gonna say it, guys. I hate the flight duration 3 rockets. I for real do. Volcano, yeah. So this is a naturally spawning volcano that I came across, and I had to just put a waystone here because I thought it was pretty cool. And I think there's a jungle temple here. Yeah. I'm trying to see if I can see a anaconda for you guys. I was seeing anaconda spawn over here somewhere. Oh, there's a Komodo dragon though. And those guys are actually really cool. They interact with each other. Like they'll actually fight with each other. They'll stand up on their back legs and fight. But yeah, the anacondas are normally down by the water. Catfish down there. I'm telling you, this mod pack is just beautiful. Like every biome you go to is just like there's so much cool stuff around. Might not be able to see any anacondas. I show off the anacondas a little bit. If you watch the video how to put this mod pack together, I do believe I show the crocodiles and alligators and anacondas and stuff in that, but there's also snapping turtles. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream there, guys. I do appreciate all of you who swooped in and commented and hung out. If you're interested in more on this world, my videos on YouTube or my streams, definitely consider subscribing. If not, that's cool too. I appreciate you guys hanging out. See ya.